We really just chose a route, and that route was just to link up these cool features of these 3 provincial parks, and it just ended up in this point-to-point run. And I mean, for me, I was never a person that could go run a loop course. It just didn't excite me. And so the idea of point-to-point was the ideal for us. And yeah, I mean, I really think that's what separates this event, is that you get to go into 1, 2, 3, 4 different like alpine areas, while conquering huge climbs to get up them, big descents back out of them, and then a little bit of like true running heaven down in the Shawadam-Skagit area.
I believe it is truly difficult. I don't imagine there's too many races that really come up against this one. The aid stations are very remote, some of them, so you pretty well have to be self-sufficient for a good part of the race. So you've got to be able to handle all that. You got to have the stamina to keep going and manage the route. You've got to have a good strategy in place. When are you going to run? When are you going to hike? When are you going to go easy on the downhills? I think it's an amazing course. Our racers from BC and Canada were doing all their hundreds, their ultras, in the US. And I thought, well, that's crazy. We have Manning Park here.
When I fill out the UTMB application with the ITRA to get the race certified for it, I have to give the exact numbers, and I pretty much call it about 96% single track, 2% road, and 2% logging road. We just didn't have that true 100-miler at that point in time in Canada, and it just added that endurance event to bring to this country that was representative of what we have, which is like big mountains, big vistas, big trees, big water.
Even since I first volunteered here, I knew that this race was special, and it's only grown from there. I think the first year there was maybe 15 runners, and this year there's almost 200 starters, I think, coming back for the race year after year. It's what I look forward to, is seeing everyone transition from the start to the finish, and who they are at the finish is usually a completely different person that starts. The look on the runners' faces when they come through, and you can kind of notice right away that it strips away the first levels of consciousness. You're more yourself, or at least I saw that volunteering at the race. You know, people aren't necessarily thinking about what they're saying or how they're acting. They're pretty direct in their emotions, and I don't know, something about that interests me. So this has been on my mind for 3 or 4 years, and I at first kept telling myself, you know, I'd never do anything like this, and it's silly, and then this year it just feels natural. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having a fantastic time.
In 2013, my son asked if I would escort / pacer with him in the Fat Dog, and of course I had no idea what it was whatsoever, and he explained it to me, and he said 120-mile run, and I said, yeah, so like, just over a week, or what are you doing? He says, no, it's a weekend. I said, seriously? So you're running 120 miles. And so I got to accompany him for 40 miles. And I got to tell you, it was the most emotional time I've ever spent with my son. He came into the cayuse looking gaunt and thin and worn out. And of course, he'd been up for 25 hours at that point. And starting to pace him and just hanging out with him for all that time was just the coolest thing. It was the most emotional thing, and just seeing that determination and feeling that determination from him, seeing him finish was just fantastic. It was just the most amazing thing. So I'm the only one signed up this year for the 120. Christopher is gonna hook up at Somalo, 40 miles, do the last 40 miles. and it's going to be great. That's going to be my motivation. It's going to be to get to that point. Is you know, I told him that you know, he can't cry as much as I did when I was pacing him, because when I saw how much pain he was in, and as a parent, not being able to do anything about it was hard. But I just hope that I'm as strong as he was, and he's stronger than I was.
Good morning, Project Talaria. I've got the Bigfoot 200 shirt. That would like intimidate people, right? Like wearing the band shirt.
Good morning. I hope to figure out why I'm doing this by the end.
Right now you're questioning a little bit.
Why did you choose this? Yeah, this will be a long day, or two, or three. I like that girl's blog I read online. It said it wasn't until race morning when I realized I have to be up for 2 sunsets and 2 sunrises. Number? Yeah. 142. 142. Yes. Bernie? Yes. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's for some, but it's not for us, and it's not for us. So just act tough, like a grown up, like a grown up. When the river runs around my feet, and the river runs through me, but it won't wash the dirt off, and it won't wash the dirt off, and it won't wash the dirt off, and it won't wash the dirt off. And I'm 2 out of 3. I shut my mouth and I close my teeth. And if you came around, I would bring you down. I could bring you down. When the river runs around my feet.
So we're starting with a big climb. We're going for a 4,600-foot climb up to Cathedral, and from there we got this big great descent down into the Ashinola aid station, and that kind of ends this first leg of seeing Cathedral Park.
River runs through me, but it won't wash the dirt off, and 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 I'm covered.
From there we hit up Trapper Lake mechanized area, and with that we have another great route that takes you through kind of a little more off-trail travel in places. Again, another big 4,000-foot climb off the road, and another huge long descent that's so fast and flowy down to the river crossing at Pasayten. And with that, you're into Manning Park now. One big climb at Eastgate takes you up into the Heather Trail, and with the Heather Trail you get to run through kind of alpine serenity in my mind. And again, big long descent down into the West Gate, end of Manning Park. From there we go over to Nikomin. Nikomin's the most remote aid station on the course at 21K or 18K access points to it. We've got the filming team that's going to be out there.
There's two ways to get there. For the racers, definitely have to come from Heather Trail and then head down. Volunteers can either do the same route, which is longer, or you can head up from Cayuse Flats. But I definitely recommend doing the longer route from above and heading down.
Unless it's a lightning storm with...
Yes, exactly.
Hey!
Ordinarily, we have hot degrees in the day, in the 30s, and at night, really cold. It could be down 2 degrees, 3 degrees. But this year, it was astoundingly different. We had most amazing windstorms, hailstorms. We were really concerned as race organizers that there was going to be problems. For instance, up on the top of Heather, the aid station couldn't even set up in time. And so we thought, well, we might have to call this race, we might have to postpone.
So we're on our way into Nikomin Lake aid station. We left from Heather. We're just trying to get the gear in to make this documentary. We got hit with just hammered by weather as soon as we started hiking. It just blew in, and super strong winds and crazy rain, and the temperatures just plummeted. We got to Heather aid station and we were worried about whether even the race would keep going. It was just so cold up there. I don't know how runners would deal with it, but it looks now I don't know, it looks better. It seems to have blown over, but I don't know what else to say. Yeah, we brought some extra bacon, so we're going to be cooking up a lot of bacon, and just trying to provide aid, because I remember being out here last year at this race, and this aid station couldn't come soon enough. It's a really remote area. It's a 21K hike. It takes hours and hours to get out here.
I remember last year moving about this same speed, but I was actually supposed to be running in the race. And the shape that I was in when I got there, all I could think was Nikomin Lake, I cannot wait to get there. And it always seemed further and further away. So knowing that there's going to be a bunch of other folks who feel very similar, I feel really good about being able to be there to return some of the hospitality and that comfort.
Nikomin, the very first year of the event, was literally bladders sitting on the side of the trail, right at the Granger Creek junction there. And second year we canceled, so then it was the third year. And the third year was somebody that's racing this year that did it for us, Matt and some of his friends, and just kind of gives you that feeling of you're not out there all by yourself anymore when you kind of come into these remote aid stations.
What I really like about Nikomin is the approach to it, coming down that switchback that comes down from above, and you can see the lake below in best conditions. You can see it. It could be a deciding point for people, how they're feeling, how they're doing, or how is the rest of the race going to go.
I can hear you breathe, I can feel you breathe, moving underneath my will to keep from diving deep where touches meet.
You're a battered ship, trying to stay the course. I'm the raging sea, I'm her ancient force. But you'll find your way, and you storm these shores like I was always yours, like I'm only yours.
Calm waters up ahead, but I'm pulling like the tide. And you're drawing into me, your kites and stormy skies.
In these eyes,
hearts on fire, tongues all tied, letting go. Hearts on fire, tongues all tied, letting go.
Raise the weather.
Hearts on fire, tongues all tied, letting go.
It was cold. It's pretty miserable.
It actually, the weather has just been hammering us all day, so it's definitely slower going. Decision-making muscles were flexed, and it was like continuous lightning. It was great for the first 30K or so, and then it just turned into like a hellstorm. I've never seen thunder just not stop. Like it would kind of strike every 1 or 2 minutes.
No, so why did you take out some of the clothes?
I gotta get moving. All right, guys. I'll see you all in a bit.
Have fun out there. See you, Matt.
Fuck, it's cold.
And wayward love, you're a funny thing. Like the tide, I think. Can't tell if you're going out or coming in. But you're growing too thin from all your wandering. That's my turn to spin the globe and pin places I've been pondering. And shattered glass on the kitchen floor is how I told you I won't take no more. And when I walked away through a one-way door. No fight, no talk, just good night and good luck. So how did I get stuck here when I can't let it go? I can't let it go. 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 And it's tearing me up. It's tearing me up. And wayward love, you sunk your claws in deep on me as I
How hard was that?
You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, well, 400. I just gotta say, I have a newfound respect for my kid. Holy crap. Although he didn't get any rain. That was rain. That was so cold. That was cold. That was wet. But halfway home.
Yeah, he wanted.
Have you swig off the tequila bottle at 8:10 in the morning?
Pretend I'm in Newfoundland or something.
It's okay, we're ultra running.
I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I can't let it go.
My boy?
I can't let it go. 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 I can't let it go.
Rolling. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Volunteers, you're awesome.
Thanks, guys.
See ya. Let's go this way.
And it's tearing me up.
It was so brutal out there. Man, that was like the most pain ever. The most cold. Let me get I need a jacket. It was just so cold. It was so cold up there. On Heather and what's the other one? Flat Top?
Yeah.
Huh.
I usually races you think I stop worrying about whether or not I'm going to die. It's usually not a factor of like decision making. You know, you think I'm at a race, there's aid stations, you know, there's hundreds of people out there, everything will be fine even if something goes wrong, but this one was different. You know, there's still that little hint of danger.
You'd hear the thunderclap 2 seconds after the lightning. It was absolutely horrendously scary. Like it was scary. They said, if a lightning storm comes over, find low ground. You're at the top of a mountain.
Oh, the race went really well. I was like, given all the weather, I was only about 20 minutes off my planned pace. But the weather was interesting. I don't know what Heather did to the weatherman, but we had lightning, hail, wind, snow.
We got him home safe, so that's the main thing. No.
A case. This is going in a case.
I mean, this is probably the most amazing experience I've had, and the hardest, for sure, and the most cold and tired. I mean, the people and the food, avocado everywhere, and bacon, and places to crash. I mean, I feel like my list just goes on and on.
I will leave it all to chance. Can never even have a choice. Staring at the white noise on TV screen. They take me from a high place, lay me in a low, low grave, buried by the time that I it's all the same, 'cause it all changes. Teach your children how to pray, teach them all the words to say. Show them how to turn their backs and walk the same? Is it all changes and it's all the same? It all changes and it's all the same. It all changes and it's all the same. It all changes and it's all the same.
So did you figure it out? Why are you doing it?
You know, just to surprise myself. It was to surprise myself that I could do that.